Peace, Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. We're out here, we're in nature, baby. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana. How to unlock your creative X factor. I got a question from someone asking, how can they become more creative overall in life, when they're out and about? When was the last time you painted your room? Shall I repeat that? When was the last time you painted your room? Never? Me too. Can I get a hello there? We ain't even had breakfast yet. Actually, I did paint my room, but it didn't really come out how I wanted it to. Let me share with you what's helped me along my journey become more creative, but more so unleash what I call the creative X factor, which really is the catalyst for helping you become your greatest version. Now, before we go into the secret principles of unleashing the creative X factor, we got a whole lot to talk about. Left, right, and left, and right, and left, and right. Sinister. What does that word mean? Sinister emanates from the Latin sinistra, which means left. Wait a minute. Why would left mean sinister? Put your hand up if you were born left-handed. Nobody? Nobody? Like, seriously? Am I the only one? Okay, I see like 2 more people, that's it. How many people we got watching this? Goodness gracious. In ancient times, even writing with your left hand was seen to not be right. Therefore, even up until the 1980s, if you were writing with your left hand in school, they would encourage you to stop that. Come on, everybody else is writing with their right hand. The majority of the world write with their right hand. Let's break it down. The left side of your body is linked to the right brain hemisphere. The right side of your body, your right hand, is linked to the left brain hemisphere, which deals with logic, analysis, which is paralysis. The right side of your brain deals in the realm of abundance and creativity and limitless living. That's probably why so few people are left-handed. Because let's face it, in the world right now, there is a lot of problems. There are a lot of problems due to us not seeing that everything is connected. Because the right side of the brain shows us everything is connected. Let's go through some expressions and phrases we say. Subconsciously, we don't even know why we say it. That's the right thing to do. How does this affect your behavior? You now associate your right side of your body being the right thing to do. If you don't do the right thing, you're going to be left behind. The leftovers. So can you actually see what we are doing subconsciously? We have shut down the left side of our body which is linked to the right brain hemisphere, which really is the catalyst for helping us become our greatest version. Slow motion in nature. So the secret is to unlock your creative X factor. 7-day vegan challenge. How did I become more creative even through what I was eating every single day? I've been a vegan for over 11 years. And the first few years were pretty bland. Sometimes rice and lentils. When I started to actually date a vegan, everything changed. We were having kale parties saying, "Can I get a kale there?" Butternut squash, papaya, guava, acai parties and stuff. A lot of the times we go to a restaurant and we keep ordering the same thing. I do that all the time. I go to Cafe Gratitude and say, "Can I have a mucho bowl?" Mucho. They know me by that. Mucho. But why don't we ever order something different? We'll come to that later. Let's start with the first principle to unlock your creative X factor. It's about embracing chaos, which will lead to freedom, which will lead to your own expansion of creativity in all areas of your life, helping you become more successful. And this is what I've seen along my journey. There is structure and order, and there is chaos and freedom. How many of us want to live in chaos every single day? Nobody. Nobody? Okay. I get it. Because a lot of us, we hate change. We don't want to break routine. We don't want to be the odd one out. We want to fit in. Therefore, we are just like another brick in the wall. But when you want to stand out, you are now entering the chaos realm where you don't care what people think. You only care what you think of you, because the perception you have of yourself is greater than the perception I or the cat down the road have of you. Perception is reality. So when I started to realize there is a great gift, a beauty in the left brain being very analytical, but you see, that's what most of us have been programmed from birth to accept. When you want to become more creative, activate the right brain, which really is the secret to everything, because it connects the dots, you have to lose structure. You've got to let go of everything you believe to be the truth. The fixed ways of thinking and feeling are all shattered when you enter the chaos realm, because now you do whatever. You even surprise yourself and say, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing that." But no, you don't want to do that. You want to continue doing what you've always done, even though sometimes you're not happy doing it, because a lot of us, we are afraid of entering the unknown. It's a choice. To become more creative, it's always a choice, a risk, and a gamble. If you move out of your comfort zone, like I had to do, I talk about all kinds of things on Infinite Waters. But it hasn't always been this easy. because I had to enter the chaos realm where I was like, I'm just going to make a video on pineapples, on the pineal gland. I don't care what anybody thinks. Yeah, I do. I don't care what anybody thinks. Yeah, I do. But it frees you. It takes you to the next level, and the numbers don't lie, because freedom is for the brave, and the braver you are, the more benefits you will reap. If we move to another principle, we're talking about similarity and difference. You see, a lot of us, we're not creative. We're not as creative as we could be because we are all about similarity. That's the left brain right there. You want to do what I'm doing. You want to wear what I'm wearing. You want to go where I'm going. You want to eat what I'm eating. Do you really want to eat what I'm eating? Creativity tip, almonds. I used to buy almonds and just eat them. Then I realized you could make almond milk, but more so, you could make almond butter. Similarity and familiarity. If you go to a party, sometimes you don't want to say stuff as soon as you get there, because then people are going to look at you like, oh. To be creative, you got to find your voice. You got to stand up for what you believe in, even if people may judge you. It's the difference. You see, as we will talk about later, essentially it's about fusing both hemispheres together, both opposites together to create fusion, what we call whole brain functioning, to become your greatest version. We're talking really about activating the right brain, because we already activate the left side of the brain enough. To really become more creative, ask yourself, what can I do differently today that I did yesterday? What is something new I'm going to do today I've never done before? Woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. What do? Throw myself into the lion's den. What I love to do is record in different places. Sometimes you see me recording in Venice, sometimes in Santa Barbara, sometimes in Brazil, sometimes in the UK, sometimes in Ethiopia, wherever. It's doing something different, which now moves you out of your comfort zone. But you see, a lot of us, we want to stay on the same road, even though we are approaching a cliff. Real wise, because it's all we know, right? We've got a lot of people saying, yeah, just do that. Our parents sometimes encourage us to stay on the same road. Don't take a risk. It may not work out. Well, hey, it might just work out. It's a mindset. So being different is one of the greatest ways to become creative. You become different by developing signatures, by doing what nobody else is doing, and finding your own unique style. Now, a lot of us, we have fixed and we have new. A lot of us have fixed ways of even thinking. We have the same thoughts, which means we create the same experiences. So what's helped me become more creative is to even question my own thoughts and realize it's all BS, belief systems, to really realize True wisdom is knowing how much you don't know. And that is how you become more creative, because you are taking a different route than you took before. If you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, you'll only get the same results. The question is, that's fine if those results are serving you, but in most circumstances, they're not serving us. So you've got to change. You've got to change something. It's so windy today. It's so beautiful. Get used to change, because life is forever changing. Many of us get stuck on knowledge. But you see, knowledge won't save you. Let me repeat that. Knowledge won't save you, and knowledge is not a precursor for creativity. In fact, sometimes it can become a trap. A lot of people say, I want to be the most knowledgeable person in the world. Not me, because creativity has nothing to do with knowledge. It's got everything to do with imagination. That's why Einstein said imagination is greater than knowledge. Einstein was pretty smart. Pisces too. I'm biased. Yeah, I'm biased. So, I'm a psychologist, I'm a criminologist, I'm a counselor, I'm a vegan of over 11 years, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be creative. That's not a green light to say, okay, now you can be creative. No. Being creative is where you start to turn off the TV, the radio, anything which doesn't serve you, and now you switch on your mind. Slow motion. What's helped me along my journey is not just being a spectator. A lot of us, we're so busy following trends. We're so busy doing what other people have already done. To unlock your creative X factor, you are going to wake up sometimes like, oh, what am I doing? That's a good thing, because it means you are now in a league of your own. If people say you are weird, that's a compliment. It's all about owning your true authenticity to unlock your creative X factor. I've been inspiring people for years, but the blueprint is the same, because we talk about elevation. We talk about improving our lives so they can become more fulfilling. But every now and again, I say, come on, Ralph, let's take it to the next level. Let's do something you've never done before. And that's why I had to say, can I get a hello there? Feels fantastic. Many of us, we aren't creative because we aren't meditative. We are bombarded by noise and endless distraction. When I started to meditate a lot more, not only did that move me into the alpha brainwave state, which is the precursor for creativity, but it allowed me to let go of fear of judgment. We are born artists. It's just that a lot of us forget where our paintbrush went. a long time ago, maybe at 5 years old. To be creative and unlock your creative X factor, you got to have the right people rooting for you to say, yeah, go for it. I surround myself with pretty liberal people because they are super creators as well. But if you are around people who are judging your every move, they're saying, oh, that's bad, that's terrible, that's no good. In the realm of art and creativity, there is no good and bad. There is only expression. It's all about, is it working for you? Unlocking the creative X factor is about fusing logic and creativity. Belief and knowing. The right brain always deals with knowing. The left brain needs proof and evidence, which is not entirely negative, but imagine if you fused both together. If you had an intuition about something and then you could prove it was true. That is how to unlock the creative X factor. You learn how to use the left and you learn how to use the right. And that's what I do every single day, and that's why we are where we are. Ask yourself today, what could I do differently that I've never done before, that I would really, really, really love to do? And then do it. And then, breathe in that good ass prana, baby. And then have a beautiful day. We're out here in nature, unleashing the creative X factor. We ain't even had breakfast yet. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy.